All right, let's dive into something that's going to make you think. Today, we're exploring a really powerful idea about our time here, our place in the world, and that big journey to figuring ourselves out. And it all kicks off with one single, kind of startling number. 35,500. Just look at that number for a second. What could that even be? It seems so big, almost abstract. But what if I told you it's one of the most personal and, yeah, finite numbers in your entire life?
Because that's what it is, days. On average, a human life is about 35,500 days long. All of a sudden, that huge number seems kind of small, doesn't it? It's a countdown that for all of us has already begun.
And, that leads to maybe the most important question of all. It's a question we almost never stop to ask ourselves, but it really sets the stage for everything we're about to talk about.
So this brings us to our first big idea, the awakening. It's that moment you realize your time isn't just limited, but it's actively slipping away, often while we're just distracted and maybe not even that happy.
What a way to put it. I mean, you can picture that, right? You can try to clench your fist and hold on tight, but you just can't stop it. Every moment that ticks by is gone for good. The source material is basically screaming at us to wake up before we sleepwalk through this beautiful, fleeting thing called life. And here's where it gets really interesting, this weird paradox. We're given these incredible machines, these luxury bodies with hands, feet, eyes, everything we need to experience the world, and yet so many of us are just fundamentally unhappy. The monologue suggests it's because we get so caught up watching other people's lives that we forget to live our own.
So if we're not really living for ourselves, what are we doing?
Well, this leads us to the central conflict of this whole idea, getting caught in the trap of the crowd. It's this illusion of safety that's actually holding us prisoner.
And we all know this feeling, don't we? When you're surrounded by your friends or your peers, there's this sense of security, of belonging. It feels like a shield against the rest of the world. But is it really?
And then, boom, there's the twist. The source argues that this very thing that gives us comfort is also our greatest weakness. That's a pretty shocking thing to say, but it forces you to stop and think. Why on earth would the crowd be your enemy? Well, it's because in that comfort, we let our guard down. We share our deepest secrets, our vulnerabilities, all the things we're insecure about, and even our most precious dreams. And unfortunately, these are the very things that can be used against us, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not, to keep us right where we are.
Okay, so if the crowd is the trap, what's the escape route? The source material argues that the way out is to embrace something most of us try to avoid, the power of solitude.
This comparison just nails it. In the crowd, you're conforming, you're exposing your weak spots. But in solitude, that's when your mind finally gets to do its real work. It's where true thinking can actually start, and where you can genuinely grow, away from all the noise and judgment of other people.
Now this part is so crucial. When you start to pull away from the group to focus on yourself, people will notice, and they'll say it like it's a bad thing. You've changed, but this quote totally reframed that. It's not a sign you're doing something wrong. It's the ultimate confirmation that you have finally doing something right for yourself.
But let's be honest, this journey is not easy. Not at all. Choosing solitude, choosing to grow, it requires this huge internal battle, a real inner revolution.
Just look at this. The source claims that for every 100 people who try to fundamentally change their life, only one actually succeeds. One. The other 99 fail. That is a staggering statistic that just goes to show you how incredibly hard this inner work really is.
So why is it so tough? Well, it's because there's a huge conflict going on inside. Your consciousness, the you that wants to change, is at war with your mind, which is just wired for comfort and routine. It craves the old life. So how do you possibly overcome that inertia? What's the secret weapon?
This is the key. You need a dream. And not just some small goal, but a massive, brilliant, unwavering star to guide you. A dream so powerful and so compelling that it pulls you forward with more force than your old habits can pull you back. That dream becomes your why, your fuel.
And when you fuel that inner revolution with a powerful enough dream, you get to a new state of being. You become the resilient self, someone who is capable of weathering any storm that comes their way.
This is what it feels like to find your happiness from within. The outside world is still going to do its thing. People will come into your life and leave it. You'll have good days and bad days, but your inner peace isn't dependent on them anymore.
You've found a stability that can't be shaken so easily.
This isn't about being perfect or never failing again. It's actually about changing your relationship with failure. The philosophy is so simple. You accept that you're going to stumble. You accept that you're going to fall. But you make one commitment. Every single time, you will get back up and you will have learned something new in the process.
And this just boils it all down to its very essence, doesn't it? Life is not some destination you arrive at. It's this continuous process of learning. Your journey of growth doesn't stop until your very last breath. Every single moment is an opportunity to learn.
And we'll end with this, a final, beautiful thought. As long as you are learning, as long as you are growing, your inner light, the sun of your life, can never truly be put out. So the question is still the same one we started with. With the days you have left, what will you choose to learn?